Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of the State of FEH Podcast. I'm your host, DTM, and I'm joined by Oblivion and Jill from Phaeology, as always, on this very perilous time because Ragnarok is upon us. It is the end times now. How are you two doing?
Very well. It's almost the exciting time of the year for Fae, right? Like new book into anniversary. So we're on the eve of it.
That's fine, but what is happening? Why are you going to turn my entire world upside down and take the calendar and just crush it and give out all of these really strange effects on Mythics? It is a weird time to be a Fae fan.
Yeah, probably a week ago, we had no idea what was going on with the calendar, because we had a Mythic banner back to back, which I don't think we've ever had before, at least not anytime I've played Fae.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. And now we have two new heroes back to back, one of which doesn't have a grand hero battle or forging bonds, I believe. So something really strange is going on.
I mean, all you have to do to make a Fae player freak out is just change the calendar, right? We're so used to it now.
Yeah. Break a pattern that we assume it would hold, despite no evidence on that it would or anything.
They break every single pattern ever, and we're like, not this one though. This one we need. You have to give us something.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's fine though, because we can all just blame RUNE. RUNE is just having a blast, laughing at us right now for freaking out. So, yeah.
I mean, honestly, the RUNE memes have been fantastic. They've been actually so much fun.
Good. I don't think I've enjoyed browsing the Face subreddit in a long time than me just browsing all the memes. There are some really good creative ones. Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, we do have some new additions, not just about the end of book 9 and the beginning of book 10. So let's go ahead and talk about that, starting with the designated mythics that we've discussed and are here back to back to back. We have the Wombo combo of Heimdallr, Alfador, and Vali here to, I guess, make their presence known in the meta. And we can start with the one that definitely caused the biggest reaction, which is Heimdallr, most likely due to that Foresight Snare, which causes anyone that has that status effect to basically have a shield that will end the foe's turn if they initiate on you, which is a pretty powerful effect.
It's
it is, and this is we've already had tons of conversations about this. I mean, I don't think Heimdallr herself is all that powerful. I really don't. I said that before. Now, this effect is stupid. I don't understand why they keep doing this. You aren't going to play the game type effect.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't understand. I thought that they learned their lesson before, but I was wrong. I mean, I don't think this is going to be the Leon Apocalypse. And in fact, I've seen very few of her on defense. I know she was a really popular Summoner Duels unit this last time, but I'm not that high on her. Are you guys, after getting to play with her, are you higher on her now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, not Ether Raid's. I mean, real Ether Raid's defense to me is kind of whatever. I don't really care. So I haven't really done much at all with her there. But in Summoner Duels, I don't I quit favor after 3 games of running into that pasta. And luckily, I think I only ran into it once for the SDS. It was, or the SDR I saw it, and it was just not fun. I don't know why they thought let's take Leon being able to end turns and make it into a status effect, right? A bonus that you can copy. Oh my gosh. I think that's just the biggest problem is anytime you make an effect that makes you so you can't play the game, that's not fun, right? But yeah, and I think that is the power of Heimdallr. But what makes Heimdallr so strong, in my opinion, is the synergy, right? She's so synergistic with other units, especially Crom. And I think Crom, you could say that Heimdallr is the main problem, and I think you're kind of right. But also, Crom is the he's like the one pulling the strings in the background, right? Like Celica's not really a problem. There's Chrom. Chrom makes Celica a problem, right? And then you have Heimdallr. Now he's making Heimdallr a problem. And then all three of them together is just like a horrible little group of evil people. So like I think she's really annoying. Like I just think she's super annoying. She makes it so that like it's a very different type of playstyle where it's kind of like you're holding your opponent like as a hostage. You're like, okay, you can't attack me. I'm gonna be over here and chill. I'm gonna set my whole team, and then I can attack you when I want, because then it'll just end like the effect, right? Essentially. And it's so annoying, especially because you can give out like a unit like Celica, right, who has 3 space attack on a 3 movement cav, and then you give her an extra space of movement. Like it's just the whole map. The whole map is being like targeted essentially. I just don't think like I think the synergy of all these annoying things coming together is the real problem, like for at least for Summoner Duels, right?
Yeah, I believe it was the
go ahead.
Chinese players in that SDR season that really spammed that. What's the team? It was Heimdallr, Celica, Chrom, Sakura, and one other unit that I can't remember right now. But yeah, it was basically the Heimdallr, Chrom, Celica core that was the primary pasta amongst the CN players and in a lot of other regions as well. I will say, in practice for SDR, I was actually really good against those Heimdallr pasta teams with the teams I have. And
it plays into all of your strengths.
That's right. Being patient. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Unfortunately, in my actual SDR run, I ran into 0 Heimdallr teams. So I just got like blasted by weird Elm happy teams that I literally never saw before. So yeah, that was me. Prepared for the meta only to be faced with weird off meta stuff, but that happens. I will say, I do think that Heimdallr is not as strong as like some of the other hugely meta-breaking threats that we've had in the past. I'm not saying she's weak or anything like that. Like, she's obviously really strong, but I definitely think she is far from Leon level or even from Sakura level, because at least with Leon's end turn is something that the foe, if the foe has Leon, can activate at will to do that end turn. While Foresight Snare, that is something that you actually have to attack into the person with the Foresight Snare in order to end turn. So you either have to intentionally do that to like burn it or whatever, or like not realize the enemy has that Foresight Snare in order to actually get affected by that end turn. So I do agree, it's like you have to approach it and in a different way, and it also like makes it very stall heavy, but it is, I feel, a lot different than the Leon effect that we've seen, or even like Sather.
Are they trying to bring back Omni tanks in SD? Because I'm looking at this unit and I'm looking at Alfador, and the two, I'm not saying they're going to do it successfully, but it sure does look like they're trying to make some way to do the basically
raid
throw raid boss out there and just have fun. Well, not have fun, but you know how it goes.
I mean, maybe because like it is erosion season 2 now in SDS. Like they're trying. Like, obviously, saves aren't pretty good in erosion season, so maybe. But I don't know. I don't know if they even think about it, to be honest. Like they think that in depth. Like, how are we going to change the meta? I think it's just like, okay, what effect can we put out there that's going to make people cool? And they're like, okay, what we'll do is we'll put out this effect where you can't play the game. We'll put out an effect where you can copy effects. And then we'll talk about Alfador more later, but like he essentially does the Chrom thing again, right? Like on an even bigger scale in a sense, but trades that for action economy. And I think, like that's what they're going for. I don't really think they're planning out how to warp the meta or change it, or like how to bring back things in certain ways. Like sometimes they do that. I think that's like kind of obvious. They do that with skills sometimes, right? Like Lagoose Friend, or like even Pair Up to an extent, right? Where they're trying to push that. But I don't know if this is one of those cases. I'm not completely sold on that idea.
Yeah. And also, I feel like if they were trying to just like make a strong effect that people pull for, I don't think Heimdallr succeeded because she sold really, really poorly, at least with the data we have. And also, at least in the SDR data, she did debut like the lowest peak of like any like peak debut unit. Like Icthenir had like 82% on release, Sakura had like 84% on release, while Heimdallr had like 64% on release. Granted, it's probably because she also sold really poorly, but you know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely comes down to availability for sure. And I think also like I think it's a few things. Like one, availability is number one. Of course, you can't play a character if you don't have it. But like two, popularity. Like I don't think Heimdallr is a very popular character overall. Like she didn't catch the Gooners like Baldur did, right? Like, definitely not. And then also like also she's not like an established character like Sakura might be, right? All the Fates fan will pull for Sakura, and she's powerful. I think when you look at like the characters who really do the best, there's like two real standouts, right? Free to play characters, because there's no investment you have to actually do to get them, and then popular characters combined with power, right? If you see if they release an Edelgard who's completely broken, you're going to see really good sales because all the Edelgard fans want to pull her, but also all the meta players want to pull her as well.
Right.
Which I don't think is the case with Heimdallr, which is probably just meta players, really.
And just meta players for SD, because I'll be real, I don't think she's that good on ARD. Especially now that we have Alfador, who could just steal her effect and spread it to the rest of the team.
That is funny. That is something, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think they're gonna do like a new Kanto like curb stomp, but like now it like works against this effect?
Yes, I do. I do. And they planned it so far in advance. I bet they thought that everyone was going to summon for this unit, and it's going to be Kanto curb stomperness, and you know no one's going to summon for it because no one summoned for Heimdallr. So yeah, I could see it.
I could definitely see it. I don't know. That's like such their MO.
I don't think it'll be like a Kanto curb stomp thing per se. I think it'll be more like neutralizes like bonus effects or something along those lines, because one of the ways that people have been countering Foresight Snare is using bonus removal like Thor or Loki and something like that. So if they can like have that, but in a more accessible way, or like I guess specifically targeted towards Foresight Snare, which would be wild, but it can happen. I think that's probably where they would go.
This is one of the reasons I like this better than Leon, though, and this is something that you were kind of talking about over there. But that's the fact that this has counterplay to it. I don't hate it as much. I still hate it. Like, don't get me wrong, but there is at least some counterplay.
The other thing I was going to say, mentioning Thor. Thor was the other character in that SDR.
Yeah. Right. In the pasta. Right. Yeah.
Because that's, I think we should talk about, I guess, is that Loki's ability doesn't work against, I guess it's against Alfador, right? Or it doesn't work.
Yeah,
but
Alfador.
So, yeah. So that is something to consider. So Thor, once again, finding value after, I don't know how many years, 3 years, 4 years? Like,
it's approaching 3. Yeah.
She won't die. Like, she just refuses. I guess she won't until they print a new version of her duo skill, right? Like.
Yeah, but it's looking like they're not going to, because Freya has bonus removal, but it's only to top 2, not to everything. I think they realized that Thor's bonus removal was like super, super, super powerful, and they don't want to give it to us again. So
yeah. I mean, that makes sense to be fair. Like, it's very, very good. It's easily the best duo skill ever in SD. Like, there's no competition even close.
I know we've talked about this unit before, but can we just recognize how evil it was releasing Crom right after the Braves? Like, like in competition for the most powerful unit in the game, and they give it to you right after you've spent all of your orbs and everyone's sleeping on the banner. Like, that's just mean.
I mean, it's it's what I expect from them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just smart business, you know? And something has to like cure the CYL slump that we've had, or CYL. What was the term? The CYL coma?
Hangover.
Coma?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that banner is so crazy. I think anyone, I don't know. For me, the second I saw Crom, I'm like, this is like one of those units. You know what I mean? Like, we get those units like a couple times a year where you see them and you're just like, this is a historical benchmark unit, and Chrom is one of those units in my opinion, right? Like it's like him, Sakura, young Camilla, right? This year, those are probably the top 3 standouts for me, where I'm like, these are benchmark units. And we've had actually quite a few that are like a little bit underneath that, like Black Knight and Rhea even, who have like really stood the test of time. But they literally took every effect Chrom could possibly want and has had on any alt and gave it to him. Like he's literally missing nothing.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
And then they gave him an amazing inheritable in the favor skill.
Favor, that skill's cracked. That skill's so cracked. It's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Chrom's so good they made him twice into Alfador, which is like does the whole Chrom sharing bonus thing as well, but faster with the trade-off of no action economy. Alfador is also pretty strong. I mean, for the same reasons as Chrom. But I think it being a lot faster, and by faster, I mean like Chrom has to either have the bonus on him like at the start, or he has to like do the to change fate, get cured by Micaiah to get rid of the isolation, and then to change fate to like pass a bonus from one unit to another that doesn't involve himself. Whereas with Alfador, the bonus just has to exist on your team and you can immediately like pass it out. That fast.
Or on the opponent's team.
Or on the opponent's team, yes. And I've been seeing some like really interesting synergies. Like Emblem Sigurd is somehow back because you can just block him on a team to steal his Gallop and then pass it on to like Summer Celica, for instance. And we have like an H-range unit now, which obviously during erosion season right now is really, really strong. So I guess bonus sharing is just shows it's super powerful.
Yeah, I've seen a few teams like that. I think it was Celica, Alfador, Sigurd, and Sonya. Not Nurgle, Sonya. And they have like Sigurd go in and he hit from like, and he just hit like stole all their bonuses, and then like Alfador was just giving Yalp to everyone. And I was like, this is kind of like, I can't even like imagine showing this to somebody like 2 years ago. They'd be like, no way, this is like real. Like,
No.
Oh my gosh. This unit's nuts. Like I don't think he's like a meta breaking unit by any means or anything like that. But like his potential is crazy. He's a unit who will scale with bonuses, and that's very clearly the direction they've been going all year, for a couple years now, really. It's just these crazy bonuses. So it is very scary. The weirdest thing to me about him, though, is that he's an offense mythic, because I was not expecting that at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's strange, because that effect seems like more of a thing that could be super cool on defense to like set up traps and rally traps. And I know like Infantry Pulse is still like planning on using Alfador, an offense mythic, on defense just because of those mechanics. But it does feel more like a defense thing. But I guess him being on offense again sort of like makes Heimdallr a defense mythic kind of like just like gone in either its defense. But I don't know. It is kind of strange that way. Yeah.
Well, and to that point, I used Heimdallr on Chaos offense, and it was every bit as powerful as you'd think. Like if you take Foresight Snare and you put it on an offensive unit, like in this case it was Sharena, OG Sharena, and she was tanking everyone's map because she just got rid of the biggest nuke, and then they were out of overextended and you can easily knock them off. So it is.
Oh man.
Just to put a little pin in that, having Heimdallr on defense is absolutely terrible if the other person has Alfador.
Yep. I mean, oh my gosh. Yeah. This unit's nuts. Like I say this all the time, but I really wish they would make a change where you could use like your new mythic in your like bonus slot, and it wouldn't like it would count as a bonus unit. You know what I mean? Because then like
yes,
I would use like because no one wants the +10 every new mythic, right? Like only Leviathans, right? But it'd be so much fun to get to use these units consistently, but it's kind of difficult too. Yeah. But he is fun. I think the Shadow Smite's really cool too, honestly. Like we've been waiting for all the Shadow skills are really cool in their own ways. We're still waiting for swap. But Smite is really fun. And I didn't really try as an SDS, but I wanted to do like a raid boss team with that, right? Like you shadow smite them in, and like it's such an effective action economy where you can put in a threatening unit while buffing them with every single buff on the map, right?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We're also missing Shadow Pivot.
Oh, right.
Who cares about
essential.
pivots?
Yeah, we need
no
that
one
one,
cares
right?
about pivots.
I don't even know where I would use that, to be honest.
Oh, you would. It's completely
doesn't need
useless.
to exist.
It doesn't make any sense. So all of this, though, I mean, Mythic Loki, particularly in Aether raids, has suddenly gained so much value. I've seen a lot of teams with 2 of her. On there, just to counter all the shenanigans. It's crazy.
She's a giant annoyance. Like whenever I'm tanking, I'm like, okay, I always have to find a spot where she doesn't reach, essentially. You know what I mean? And then like, it's super awkward because I have to make it so that the enemy team can attack me, and also they don't hit anything in my back line. And I'm like, okay, like I have like this weird L formation, like trying to get them to attack my Omni tank without getting debuffed by Loki. But yeah, she's just gotten more, like her and Thor, like they are just the queens of value. They just get better and better every year, which is crazy. Which doesn't happen with many units, like honestly. So,
I mean, I think Thor is legit like the longest lasting unit in the SD meta. Like Katria had for a while, but then she like dropped off pretty long ago.
I think if you include total time, like in game, not just SD, I think Katria still has her beat. But I mean, like, how long is that gonna last? Like, I don't see Duo Thor like, she's just amazing, and I don't see her lessening in value until they make someone like her.
Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna have to at some point. Like, there's too many bonuses
absolutely.
now. Well, I guess it'll depend on when like IS moves away from the bonus meta that we've had, and like they can very easily like shift away from that by just introducing more Thor or Loki like mechanics. But they seem, at least at the current moment, to be hesitant for doing that. I think they want to have some more bonuses or like cook up some more bonuses, which will be interesting to see. But
well, the way they'll counter that is instead of giving bonuses, they'll start giving out styles instead.
Yep.
Ugh.
I was talking to the Shadow about this last night, actually, because like we were talking about the possibility of a Shadows banner, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool if they made styles that could work like Shadow skills, where you could just like you have Shadow Dimitri and he just drops lightning down on the enemy team. It's not like broken, but like it does like a whole bunch of damage and kind of like weakens the enemy team. Like that'd be a cool style, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could definitely see them leaning deeper into styles, and it seems like they've already started to do that since pretty much CYL. I would say they've been going way harder on styles.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess they like it was Lin, right? Yeah, Lin was sort of like the testing waters for styles, and I guess like trying to see how it was received and stuff like that. But now I think they have a clearer idea of where they want styles to go, which is probably why we're seeing a lot of them now.
I mean, it's a cool design space. Hopefully they can expand on it. I would love to see enemy phase styles, like to make it so that it's not just an active thing you can do, but like being able to let's say Baldur, Brave Baldur style, right? Where you could change colors. Imagine if you could do that on enemy phase, right? Like, okay, this first person who's gonna be engaging me, I need to be red, and then on the next place I'll turn green or whatever. I think that'd be cool. And I think that'd be something like Leaf could do pretty well, and that'd be a cool
I was
emblem.
about to mention Leaf,
Yeah. So I think that there's space, there's design space there, and honestly, with how bad they've been at designing new design space, or opening up new design space, I should say, I think that's a great place to explore.
The only thing I worry about is complexity creep, which is run rampant.
We're already there.
We're here already. Like, let's just like bring down the gates and see what cooks. Okay, how I feel
like we're already like in the ocean at this point, right? We're past the kiddie pool. We're past the deep side of the pool. We're in the ocean. We might as well just like hug the shark at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, if they really want to simplify stuff, like I don't think you can completely simplify it, but I think if you could just get the explanations to be less arduous to read, I think that would help a ton. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
Like if you could just understand what things say without having to like read 5 paragraphs, I think you'd be a lot better off.
100% agree.
How long have we been saying that they need to lean more into the symbology?
Keywords.
keywords, all of that stuff. They really need to. Reading these things is just a nightmare.
They sort of did that with like the simplified descriptions without all the definitions and stuff, but
it helped a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, it helped a little bit until they started expanding them again.
Right. I mean, the problem is that the effects is only one part of weapon text. There's the conditions, and the conditions vary wildly. So it's not easy to make them into standardized keywords or definitions.
Exactly. That's why I've thought about that so much. And I was thinking, like, how do you fix that? And like, there's really two options, right? You retroactively fix everything, which is a ridiculous amount of work, right? Like that's you'd have to hire somebody and have them do it the entire year to get that done, right? Or the second option is you just start at a certain point and then make that the new like foundation of what you're going to do. Like, let's say book 10. From now on, from book 10, if you have no follow-up, it always acts this way, and they can have a shorthand for it, right? Because at a certain point, like, old units will just kind of, they'll fade into obscurity, essentially. Right. And the only way they won't be obscure is through arcane weapons, which you can have the new format on, essentially. I think that's what I would do personally. I think that's like the best solution without like killing one of your workers, essentially.
Right.
Which is a goal,
And I mean, that was something Satachi talked about in his last video, but just simplification as well. You don't need this effect goes off if there is a unit within 3 spaces and there's terrain next to you and there's this and this is going to happen almost 100% of the time. Why did you just give me 3 qualifications for this? This is worthless.
Yep. And they divide the numbers too. +6 to this, +5 to, I hate that. That's like my number one pet peeve. Anytime I see that, it immediately like sets off something in my brain and I just get angry. So like, I wish they would fix that. Like just give everyone the +1 stat buff. No one's going to complain. Like, okay, they have 1 more defense. Who cares?
Yeah.
I feel like we're like leading into a book 10 conversation. Should we finish with Vali first?
Yeah,
let's
talk about Vali first. I mean, I don't think she's as strong as Alfador or Heimdallr, but
no.
I think she's interesting in her own right. We've never had a distant counter drive before, which is honestly really cool. I just wish she was on offense for that, but I guess we can't have everything.
Yeah, that made me really annoyed because I was thinking like if she was an offense mythic, would I like invest into her? And I was like maybe because like then I could have like like my Alencia and stuff running better A skills because like the distant counter A skills aren't that great. They're like stats at most. But if I could have Duelist Blow in that A skill and get actual flat DR, you know how much better that is? Like that's insanely more powerful. So like I think this is like a really cool effect. I think this is a really cool place to explore things. I still want my close counter steal IS. Like I haven't forgotten yet. So give me that. But this is a good step in the right direction, right? Like I think that and great talent, right? They actually explored great talent more. Yeah. They made it really powerful. Getting +20, even if it's divided by 2 stats, is crazy better than Alphonse, which was +6? +6 for 1 turn or something, like something ridiculous like that.
Well,
I think there's a lot of cool stuff there for sure.
You've got Drive Miracle too. I mean, there is a lot of potential in this unit, and I don't think we fully explored it yet. So I'm very curious where this unit goes. Plus, I mean, the little Baldur plushie always makes me laugh.
Yeah,
especially when it gets into the big Baldur plushie. That every time I laugh.
Vali's hilarious.
The only thing, like when it comes to her though, I was kind of expecting her to be like stronger, like in combat. But I think it's because like they've released more units that turn off people's specials. Yeah, like she just dies. Like I was about to. I'm like, it's Vali. Alencia, what's up? And Alencia's like, hey, and then she's just dead. Like she can't do anything. Like literally, you know what I mean? And same with like anyone else who could turn off specials, which we have a few of now, right? Like it's not as uncommon as it used to be. Yeah, which I think
special like offensive scowl like. You can even do AoEs like against Sigurd and stuff like that. So like even though she does have the super powerful miracle, there are quite a few ways to get past that these days, which was I guess like a far cry from when she was initially released as an enemy unit. Although Emblem Sigurd still existed there too, so yeah. I like her more as a support than actually like, as a nuke. I think her support's way more interesting, which is kind of funny. Definitely, yeah. I mean, again, like we've never had a drive disencounter before, and that's a new design space that we haven't seen before. And it makes Vali just really, really interesting in her own right, just due to that. So I think they actually did a really good job with Vali.
I think the other thing is like just giving, like, because distant counter and close counter have always come at a cost, and like a pretty expensive cost a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
I think the idea of just having even ranged nukes, just having close counter is really cool, especially because we've had more bulky nukes this year. We've had a few, right? Alm was like the first one, and obviously, he didn't like hit the, a home run, but he's still there. He works really well with great talent, to be fair, too. Like, she gives great talent to him, which is what I've been having fun with. I think the more powerful example has to be, Freya, of course, right?
Freya,
absolutely.
Super defensively powerful, which makes no sense when you look at her stat line, but she is. And I think giving her close counter is a big deal, right? Because it lets her have her offensive A skill still while having that close counter. But most importantly, you get a miracle on her, and she gets more attack and speed, which is like her driving thing, right? Like, unlike every other unit in the game, not every other unit, but a lot of the units in the game that are based off true damage, she really is a stat unit. And so she really feeds off great talent really well.
Yeah.
It's so interesting having her be so counter meta. Like,
Yes.
Everyone is planning against bonuses, and she comes up and says, well, I don't need them.
Exactly.
It's fun. She's a fun unit.
Yeah, it's like her plus Vali, I feel like would be a pretty powerful. I think if it wasn't erosion season right now, I would probably try that, but erosion season is so annoying. I hate erosion season so much.
I expect her to see I expect to see her in Aether's defense in the bonus slot. I think she could cause some real havoc there. So I'm curious if we see that pop up.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Something to, I guess, look forward to. Since she's only like a week old. But I mean, she's already being used pretty well in at least the SDS teams that I've been seeing. Like, obviously not to the extent of her mythic brethren, but like still really, really good. And yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see how she goes from there. There's one final banner that we have between the last time we talked, which was the Ninja banner, which definitely had the Ninja Owain and Ninja Alyssa Ophelia that I was so desperate to see that I forgot to record.
What? I don't remember a Ninja banner. There's no Ninja banner. There's no way. I would definitely love a Ninja banner that was full of great characters and not OCs I hate.
OCs and an utter rehash.
It's like me and Shadow were talking about this last night, and they're like, they designed one weapon type and just gave it to like almost everybody on the banner. Like, it's the exact same thing 3 times. And then there's Rid, and Rid's just like, hey, I'm gonna do something really cool. And then everybody else is like, cool. We're gonna do brave weapons with true damage and stuff. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
sure, whatever.
Yeah, not the most creative, but I think Rid was actually really cool by having like that ice thing. I thought that was really I guess like thematic and unique, and because like previously he gave out Frozen, or at least his Refined did, and his other alts did, and this is sort of thematically playing into that, which obviously being from Niffle makes sense, but also I just like ice in general, and her just being able to apply that seems really, really cool.
Absolutely. And the fact that it's the Vine Vein Ice and not Icicle, so you can actually like
play
with it. Like, it's kind of funny how those two play together, because you don't expect that, and then you have to think about like, oh yeah, they're actually different things. I do think he's the most interesting unit on the banner by far. Like, I'm not saying that the other units are bad, like by any means, but they're just boring to me. You know what I mean? And they did the thing I hate, which they did twice. They did it last month with Soren on the Telius banner, right? Where like, hey, Brave Soren's getting a Refined. It's gonna be so cool. And they released a new Soren who's just better in every way, like within like a week. And then literally this one was it was the same day. It was literally the same day. They're like, here's Legendary Shez with her remix. Oh, don't worry though, there's a new banner with a better Shez. Well, people will argue with me in my member chat. They've been arguing about this for like since she came out, which one's better. But a relatively better Shez on a banner.
Well, you can we can't argue about this. The intent was to put out a better Shez.
Exactly.
That's what they intended. So, right. And I think that's what matters here. And that's so crappy. That's especially the same day. Like, let folks enjoy the Refined for a little bit. But I've seen exactly what you've seen. And I think I think Legendary Shez has some good uses, and I think she's just fine. If you have her, I think you're in good shape. But again, it's one of those things, and you said it last time we were talking about Soren. Roll some of that good stuff into the refine and make them even more fun.
Yeah, I think the other problem is like every unit cannibalizes themselves because they're so similar. I feel like if we would have gotten like a Legendary Shez remix and then we got a different Shez and let's say she was an armor for some reason, right? Then people wouldn't care as much. They'd be like, oh, cool. Like, I gotta celebrate with 2 Shezes now. And they could be on the same team and that'd be fun. But when you have like 2 Shezes that are doing the exact same role with almost the exact same effects, it's very boring.
And they're both infantry blue daggers.
Yes.
I mean, even down to that. Like, you couldn't even change the color.
Yeah. And I mean, Yunaka's just like bow Yunaka. Like, she's exactly the same as base Yunaka, but now she's a bow.
Yeah. I mean, at least this time, like, I feel like there was like a certain amount of like time in between Aided Yunaka and Ninja Yunaka, and
Sure,
it was much better than the Shez.
Like 6 months? No, more than that. 9 months?
Yeah, 9 months. I want to say. It's been
Around
a while. But as an Aided Yunaka user, yeah, it's been hard getting kills with her against like Black Knights and stuff. So this Ninja Yunaka is appreciated. If I had her.
Oh, so you're gonna pull? As I say, you're gonna pull detail? Oh, okay.
I was actually considering pulling for Ninja Yunaka for SDR, but decided against it. It would have actually helped because my young Camilla, for some reason, couldn't beat the Ichthoniers. She always beaten before, and I was just flabbergasted, but it's fine. I'm not salty at all. I was prepared for Heimdallrs and didn't get but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll say this because I know that I think you guys are more of a fan than I am, but Golveg is here again, and I am the biggest hater. I got so many people mad at me for this.
Like,
I don't like Golveg, first of all. I don't think she's a great character by any means. But I think the real problem is that this is her second duo, right? Like, with Marth, I get it. Marth is literally the progenitor of Fire Emblem, right? And it was the anniversary. I can give you a pass for that. You get a second duo. It's really cool. You get out of the whole cast with you. Awesome. Why do we have 2 duo Golvegs? Why does she do the exact same thing? Come on.
That's it right there. That second part. That's it. Like the two Marths were different. They had some of the same effects, but those were different. This is exactly the same. This is copy and paste. And I know it's an iteration above, and I do like the way these units play. But you said it. It's the exact same thing, and it feels like we've gotten so much copy and paste this year.
So many, and she's with herself again, right? Like she's hanging. She only hangs out with herself. Like, come on, Golveg, get some friends. Jesus, like it's so bad. I don't know. I hate this. I get it. Like, the animations were cool. Sure, I'll give you that. But everything else, I just hate about this, especially because it's the Ninja banner. And I feel like the Ninja banner historically has been like one of the most hyped seasonal banners of the year. Like last year we got like Dual Lucina, and I think that's one of my favorite Lucinas ever. Like, she's so cool. And the fact you get her with Crom is so cool. And then you just have Golveg here, and she's hanging out with herself. And she does the exact same thing she did before. It's just like, okay. Like, you guys didn't even try. You know what I mean? Like, they really didn't. Like, we really got a copy-paste of Duo Golveg. We got a copy-paste of Legendary Shez. We got a copy-paste of Aided Yunaka. Rid's the only unit you can even argue is unique here, right? And he's the D-mode. Like, it's...
Which, to be fair, does make him cheaper. So,
True.
There's that.
True. I just can't remember the last time I didn't summon on Ninja Banner. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Like, it's the pinnacle of November. Like, November is like the Ninja month.
And you kind of glossed over something there. That animation isn't just good. It's amazing. I love seeing that thing. That's a lot of fun with the big snake coming through. I'm a fan of that. That is the redeeming factor.
So I had to pull first. I saw the trailer once. I was like, oh, that was cool. But then I haven't seen it since.
I free summoned her.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I've never. Yeah,
Satoshi look.
Yeah. Exactly. That is exactly what happened.
I'm glad because I don't know if you were like on the speculation train with this, Joel, or not. I know me and DTM were, but the fact that Conjuring Breath doesn't hard counter like the healing effects, I'm so glad, because I was so nervous it was gonna do that. I was like, they did not print another like super fatal smoke again. Like, please don't put us in that loop. So I'm glad that's not the case. That's good. I think this is a healthy implementation of burn damage. And I think burn damage before it went nuts was a really cool effect. So hopefully they can bring it back in not a stupid way.
And Conjuring Breath is again in that bank of really good B skills. It's pretty fantastic.
It's crazy good, yeah. I mean, anytime you can get like that much damage, including and they get flat DR for free and special acceleration, I mean, like you can't complain about that. That's just good.
And burn damage is the cherry on top.
Right, definitely. Man, yeah. But with that, I think we can talk about Book 9, because that is the final. Well, Ninja Banner's not the final one, but you know what I mean. It is the final banners of Book 9, and we're moving into Book 10. So I guess now's a good time to just take a look back at Book 9. And I'm actually very curious because I know that Book 9, I think safe to say, was a bit of a roller coaster in terms of a time in FEH. But I guess in terms of a retrospective, what are your overall feelings of Book 9 in terms of just not only the story, but like just FEH in general? Should we start with the story? That way we can like kind of...
We can start with the story. Yeah.
Okay. Joel, you go first, because I'm going to be negative Nancy. So
the problem is I thought the Shadow hit it on the head. Like, and when he was talking about this, that most books start off good and end bad because they get rushed. And this was exactly the opposite. But it was really flat throughout the entire thing. RUNE was so forgettable, and we got to the whole thing. I did like Baldur. Some of the OCs were very forced, like Librarian Lady Heimdallr. But the ending movie was, I thought, really good. I thought they did a good job. I like the RUNE actually being, Alfador, the real one, not the celestial god. I don't know what their naming is, but I did enjoy that. Was the rest of the book kind of flat? It was, but I am so used to what they've done in the past that I have to give them kudos for doing better on the ending and actually connecting books together. Which I'm assuming they're doing, but that's. I mean, we'll see because we've gotten this before. Because remember, I going back through all of the cutscenes, I was looking at like Leaf. Leaf was at the end of one of the books. I'm blanking now.
Book 4.
Yes. And so we got this whole thing with Leaf, and I'm like, oh god, we're gonna see him next book. This is gonna be so cool, and then nothing. So. How terrible would it be if we just got built up to Ragnarok and this next book is just, oh, now we're going to the real world? Like, wait, what?
Just end up in Tokyo.
Yes, that would drive me crazy. I don't think they're going to do that, but right now, what it looks like, where they're actually stringing books together and actually making some sort of connection, I like that. So I think it is a good direction. And if you tell me that the rest of the book was bad, I can't really disagree with you on that.
Should I go next or should you go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think for the most part, I agree with what you said, Joel, although I don't think the book was overall flat apart from the ending. I think there were definitely a lot of good moments in Book 9. One of my favorite moments is Loki tricking Heimdallr into removing Baldur's invulnerability. And and that whole breakdown she had on the next chapter, I thought was a really high moment. There was also some moments as well, like Loki literally being willing to kill us to get past Heimdallr. Honestly, this was kind of the Loki show, if I'm going to be completely honest.
It really was.
But I think this book actually made me like Loki quite a bit, so I will give it kudos to that. That being said, I do think a big problem of this book is pacing. This book lasts like 1 year in real time, but that being stretched out for that period of time means that there's this huge feeling of not a lot happening, which I do think contributes to this perception of flatness. If I just like binge this in like one sitting, I wouldn't have this feeling, but I would imagine most people would do it like 1 month at a time. So there would be this perception. So in some sense, I do agree. It was, I guess, a bit flat until the ending, But also, I do think there were really good moments in between. It's not my favorite book by any means. Probably, I don't know where I would put it. Probably B tier in terms of like the tier list, where S is like book 6 or something. I guess that would be my feelings on the book.
Okay, so like before the Shadow made that video, we were talking about the book like literally the night before. And I was talking about like, I think it's called the peak end rule, where essentially like human beings judge things based off the peak of something and then also the ending of it. So
absolutely.
And I feel like that's just what happened with this book, where like people remember the one good moment in the book and then the ending was, oh, the ending was so cool. And like you forget like all the things that happened or didn't happen for months and months and months. And I feel like the overall book, like, yes, it's better than your average Fae book, but I think you have to like, if we're being honest, the average Fae book is like very, very bad writing. Like it's like, you know, Sunday, you know, cartoon child level writing. It's not good.
Well, we're also coming off of one of the, arguably the worst written book. So that it contributes to what you're saying.
Right. But I just think like when I look at everything all together, I just don't think this is much different than any other book we've had, where it starts off with a really interesting idea. It doesn't get executed very well. They waste so much time doing nothing. How many months did we spend with Baldur chasing us down in a forest, right? Like, oh my gosh, that took forever. And like, yeah, that was a cool moment when Loki tricked them. That was cool. But then after we like Baldur and Hother just like disappear from the story, like they were the central pieces of the plot and they just disappear. And then we're with Vali and Heimdallr, and there's like really no reason for that to happen at all. It's just kind of like wasting time in a story that needed more time to actually be developed, right? Like they didn't take effective use of the time they even had. And like, yeah, the Heimdallr Loki thing was kind of interesting, but like you said, I think Loki just carried the show, and it's not really because the book writing necessarily, it's because Loki's a more interesting character because we've had, you know, I don't know how many years, 5 years with Loki, right? Mm-hmm. And while the ending was a cool twist, I have to say the twist got called like on day 2 or day 1 of the banner. Like I remember being when the original book banner dropped, one of the things on Reddit was, oh yeah, RUNE's definitely Alfador, right? Literally days before the last the video dropped, people were like taking bets on Reddit on a poll, like, oh yeah, what's the big twist? And like RUNE being Alfador was number 1. So like, yes, it was cool, but like it was very obvious if you spent some time, I guess, like paying attention to the actual story. Like I don't think it was like such a crazy twist that like no one would have seen it coming, right? Like obviously it was within expectations essentially.
I don't think it was a crazy twist, but I don't think that like necessarily detracts from it, because like in the age of the internet, basically every theory there will be someone who could like
somebody will figure it out. Right. I just, it's fine. Like it's not bad, but I think to me it's not the end all be all, right? This is just a step which they have to capitalize on. If they don't capitalize on this with book 10, and book 10 isn't amazing because they capitalize on this moment, then I think it will just be remembered as like a flat thing. Like, oh, remember when that happened? Oh yeah, that was kind of cool. Like they need to capitalize on book 10. And I think the only way they can do that is by changing the way they write the story, first of all, right? Expanding on it, like we talked about a million times. And then 2, using existing characters we've already had as the main characters. If they bring in a whole new OC cast for book 10, I think that's a big fail, because this is book 10, right? Like the whole thing that was cool about the cinematic was RUNE showing all the things from the different books and how they all came together, right? So you need to do that in book 10. You need to have Loki. In my opinion, Loki should be the main villain. I think she's the most interesting character and like the one we have the most attachment to. I think she should be the main villain. RUNE like the background, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they need to use the other characters, right? We need to see Lif. We need to see Throsir. We need to see... Okay, not the fairies. We can skip the fairies.
No. We need
to
fairies.
see Golveg or something. I don't know. Like they need to do that, right? They need to bring the actual cast together and make it like feel like an ensemble thing where they've been working on it for 10 years, even though they really haven't. But like they should at least try to do that. And I think that's how you can really succeed in book 10. We'll have to see if they do that, but I think this is a step in the right direction. I just don't know if that means anything because of their track record, right? Like the layup's there. Will they actually make it into the basket? I don't know.
I'm on all sorts of copium at this point, but I really, that is my wish for the next couple of books as well. And I think they're going to do it. I think this is actually what they've been building towards, and I use building very lightly there, but
right.
But still, I think this is what they've been building to. We need to see Thor, Lif, Thracier, Surtur. How many theories have you read on Reddit now that Surtur is going to be the one in control of the flame and fire or whatever that was?
Right.
So
I think that'd be cool because if they do that right, they'll have a lot of easy to use writable content, because like they could have a chapter where you face off against each of these villains, right? Like Hell comes back, everybody, right? And that will be interesting at least, instead of spending a month or two in a forest like doing nothing. Like it also makes it so that the maps could be interesting, right? We can have rehashes of old maps, but like with a new twist on them, like the Surtur map where he's immortal, right? That could be cool. But we'll have to see. I think the other thing. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Okay, I was gonna say the thing is for me is like every time we've stepped into a new book, it's such a big twist, right? Like very rarely do we have something that's like actually built on something else. Like I think like book 6 and book 2 are kind of like a building pace. We're getting actual building around Veronica and Alphonse and their like relationship with their countries. Yeah. But other than that, it's like we're stepping into fairyland. Like what? Where did that come from? Who knows? We're stepping into dwarf land, right? So I'm hoping with this is the more grounded story. And with that, I'm hoping that the reason why they changed the calendar, which is something I guess we broke up a little bit, we should talk about a little bit more, that they changed the calendar, which you haven't done before, is that we aren't getting new OCs. We are getting a rebirth of our old OCs. We're getting a new Alphonse. We're getting a new Sharena. I don't care about Anna. Just Sharena and Alphonse. That's all I care about. Please, like, make them the new freebie, right? Don't make a new Mythic. Make a new Alphonse. Make a new Sharena, who are going to be the central heart of the story, and the story's going to revolve around them. I think that would be such a love letter to the fans.
And here's where I'm really huffing the copium. You don't make them new. You make them an upgraded version of the OG. And you defeat a map, and then suddenly they ascend or something, and I would love that.
I think they could do that. I don't know how that would work mechanically though, right? Like, because they'd have to give them a whole new BSD stat line and like new weapons easy, but I don't know how that would work. But I think that's definitely something, right? I think when you compare Faye to any other gacha, except for Genshin, every other gacha, the free-to-play main character is like usable at least, right? They're good. Yeah. You know what I mean? To an extent. That hasn't been the case for Alphonse, Sharena, or Anna for a very long time without very big upgrades, like massive upgrades, right? They're expensive.
Traveler was useful for Hyperbloom for a bit, I think, right?
I mean, I don't want to get to Genshin, but that man, Traveler's so bad. He's crazy. But yeah, that's what I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping this is a chance to like revitalize the game. I know this is cope. We cope every single year at the same time, but like this is the chance to do that, right? And I think the calendar is giving me even more copium that like they're actually going to take a change and do something different. Because like, why else would you change a calendar, right? Like, there's no reason to change a calendar if you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Well, and why else would you change the calendar without a Forging Bonds, a GHB, or a Tempest Trials? Like that's huge.
Exactly. There's two paths, right? There's the good path where we get all the things we want. They changed stuff. The calendar change was a real reason. Then there's the bad path where they just made the change of calendar because they wanted to throw a Shadows banner in before book 10.
and we get Shadow, Corin, Dimitri, and Veronica.
Yeah. I'm so afraid of that. I really don't want that. Like, please give me.
I mean, one thing that leans against that is that Lynn set the precedence that these will be mythics. So I don't think they would debut on a new Heroes banners. Like, we literally just had a double mythic. They could have done another double mythic, I guess. Multiple double mythic banners.
Right.
So I think this leans towards like it being an actual new Heroes, potentially upgrading the base trio, maybe in like a little xenologue where like it's like the epilogue of book 9 and it's Alphonse meeting up with Lif and having their adventures get together or something like that.
Alphonse becomes king finally. Please make Alphonse king finally. That'd be so cool. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would be great. That's the whole thing is he becomes king and
I'm sorry, but Henriette should have died last book. I will never let that go. She should have died so Alphonse can be king. It'd be so much better. But yeah, I think it's time. You know what I mean? Like it's a 10 book. Like you gotta do something special, right?
Yeah.
I'm just really afraid we're gonna get like a Shadows banner or like, you know how we get a mythic every new book? It's mythic, but it's just Shadows. And we're like, actually, we're combining the stories. There's something horrible like that. Like, oh my God, please. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm actually so nervous.
I mean, we'll have to see. Because, like, this new Heroes banner will be before the Book 10 Fae trailer or Fae channel. So.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean.
Unless, like, they throw a ball, yeah.
Because you weren't here, but like back in the day, if you were like an old school player, I've talked this a little bit. In year 2, Ether Raids just came out in the middle of November. Like, that's just how it just literally emerged. Like, hey, here's Ether Raids, have fun. And everybody's like, what? Like, where did this come from, right? Like, we didn't have Mythics for 2 weeks until the book came out and we got Air. So, like, it's not unprecedented. It hasn't happened since, but it's not unprecedented. So, something like that could happen technically. Would I love that? It depends on the game mode. But
hold on. That's Summoner Duels basically came out that way. They announced it in December.
Well,
was it December? It was December, right?
December, yeah. This new Heroes will be in November.
Close. I mean, it's like a week away.
Right, but Ether Raids is the only time they announced it before the book came out, right?
Right.
Like, it was.
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I'm with
you.
And
that's where we're at right now, right? We're literally at the point where it's 2 weeks before the new book. That's exactly when Ether Raids happened. It was literally like the exact same timing. So, and you put out that lovely graphic where we saw we haven't gotten a new game mode in 4 years. So I'm really on cope. Like, please, the new PvE game mode we've been talking about for literally years.
Yep.
This is it. Like, this is the moment. Give us a new game mode. Give us a new Alphonse or upgrade Alphonse or whatever, right? This is your chance, right? And I was talking about this. Me and Shadow talked for 4 hours last night, literally. Like, it was supposed to be a 2-minute conversation, and we just kept talking. But like, this is actually the most important moment, in my opinion, because it's enough time before Fortune's Weave for them to renovate the game. They have enough time. They have about 7 to 8 months probably before Fortune's Weave, maybe less. We don't actually know, but like, that's what I assume, right? If it's following the Three Houses like release
timeline,
schedule. Yeah. Which means that you have enough time to introduce a new book, a new game mode, and then at Anniversary, you introduce new quality of life. And then when Fortune's Weave comes out, you use Fortune's Weave as your free promotion you're going to get no matter what for the game. Like, historically, we've seen that. Anytime a new Fire Emblem game comes out, the interest in Heroes goes up with it.
Yep.
So absolutely.
If they can do that and they actually renovate the game, actually add a new game mode that people love, not Summoner Duels or Ether Raids, and then they promote it alongside, hey, you bought Fortune's Weave, have a free Dietrich or whatever, right? You could actually do a lot of good for the game. So I'm on super cope. That's what they're going for. Will that happen? I don't know. Probably not, but I can dream.
We can dream, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at, you know, like, please.
You said something right there that jogged a memory. I apologize. When I said arguably the worst written book, I meant book 7, not 8.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was like kind of confused.
Like, okay. So weird.
I'm so sorry, Ecthenir fans. I
was like, hey, you know what? If Joe's gonna insult the Neopets, I'm not gonna correct him.
I'm just bad with numbers, really.
Because I was thinking, like, yeah, book 8 was not great, but it wasn't bad in my opinion. Like, what?
I was thinking that too. I'm like, man, it's not book 4. Like, book 4 is the actual worst. So.
Hey, book 4 is my second favorite book. Don't you dare diss book 4.
I mean,
on this. I need Sprinkles to come on this, and we have like a go podcast.
No,
too.
I'm not getting double teamed. But yeah. So I guess with that, like, let's talk about mechanical stuff, I guess, for book 10. What are you hoping to see mechanically different or like banner different than book 10? Because when it comes to book 9, there was some great stuff in there, right? There's a lot of stuff I really liked, like Styles. I think Styles and Emblems really upgraded and did a great job in book 9. We got some really cool characters I love, obviously like Athos and Stefan, but a lot of book 9 was copy and paste of characters, right? So for me, what I'm really hoping for book 10 is alongside a new game mode or something new, not necessarily mechanically unique, but like some kind of new design space for characters. That's what I'm really hoping for book 10. something that can play into this new game mode. I think when it comes to profits, right, from a business standpoint, mythics and legendaries were their best selling things ever, right? Because they helped in those game modes, right? They were completely tied at the hip to those game modes.
Yep.
Which isn't free to play friendly, to be fair. Like, it's completely not. But I think if you're looking for a winning strategy as a business, I think that's a better strategy than the entwined aided heroes they've been doing recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I'm hoping to see, that they go that route and they expand on emblems. That's what I'm hoping mechanically for Book 10.
I'm going to argue with you a little bit there. I don't actually think mythics are free to play unfriendly. I think it is just fine to not, because you have units like Peony, where if you did slowly merge up Peony, you can still use that unit. Right. And I'm fine with that kind of, if you can't get a unit immediately to the max, then I actually like that better. The problem is when you get them to plus 10 and then that's, a year later and they're absolutely worthless. That's like, I don't like that. But yeah, exactly like.
Well, I mean, legendaries used to not be like that though. Like back in the day, remember Joe, like year 2 essentially is where it started. You could merge a legendary over 2 years and they would still be good after 2 years for your arena.
Hector was good for a very long time.
Like, I mean, a lot of the legendaries, honestly, like they weren't top of the meta anymore, but they were very usable in arena. Like they were godsends in arena still. Yeah, I mean, and that's just not the case anymore, except for mythics, really. I think the problem with mythics is something we've talked about before, which is a good and bad thing, is that you don't really need more than 3 merged up, right? It's a good thing for players. It's a very bad thing for IS because it's difficult to sell them then. After that point.
So like. And we've talked about this, like any new mythic that they came up, like people are not going to summon them because in order to use them for ether rays, they need to like plus 10 them. And they're not going to do that because they're doing just fine with their current 3 plus 10 mythics core because ether rays is so easy. And so, there's no incentive to get new mythics essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do think mechanically Book 10 should introduce this new mode with like a score tying system like mythics, at least from a profit perspective. I'll hate it, but I'll accept it as like, just good business, I guess. One thing I do really wish to see in Book 10 that wasn't present in Book 9 is like, and I think we also mentioned this before, but in Book 9, I feel like they had like a lot of repeat characters in terms of their unit selections. I think Alfador is one of those units. Shez. Technically, this doesn't count because Braves like Lucina didn't get an element in Book 9. What are you talking about? What?
Okay, sure.
No, literally, look through the list of Book 9 units and see what says Lucina. None of them say
You're
Lucina.
Propaganda.
So.
Stop your propaganda.
But you haven't listed the worst one. And listen, this is no knock to the fans, but Ecthenir getting 3 versions
I was about to mention
himself.
that.
Yup.
Okay, sorry. I jumped to the gun there. I'm sorry, but that's that one. I don't mind that he gets 3 alts, but not in the period of 6 months. That's too quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was saying that I can excuse one of them because it's Brave, and obviously IS doesn't control that. They definitely had their like summer and whatnot like already planned beforehand. But yeah, just 3 in 6 months. Like, did Ecthenir fans really need that compared to me, the Lucina fan with no
Oh
alts
my god.
in Book 9?
Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Get out of here, actually. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah. Another thing I would bring up, because it's very un-Fae-like. It's very alien to Fae. But in other games, typically in gachas, merges actually do something, right? They're not just stats. They're actually like mechanically unique things.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with that in Fae is that Fae is mostly a PvP game. But I think if they released a PvE game mode where the power you got from those merges was only available in that PvE game mode, I think that would actually be fine. Because essentially what you're doing is you're allowing players to spend money to make the game mode easier for themselves. Which doesn't hurt anyone, right? Like the problem with that effect anywhere else is that it hurts other players.
Right.
But like, let's say for example in Genshin, right? If you're playing Genshin and you just spend $1,000 on a character, all you effectively did was make all the end game content easier for yourself. And so I think if they actually made a PvE game mode like that, what you could do is you could have two very different sides. You have whales who want to make the game easier for themselves, and they like show off, oh look, I beat the hardest game mode, or the hardest version of the game mode with these crazy characters. But then on the other side, you actually create opportunities for free to play or low spenders or people with just their favorites to show off, look, I beat the same content you beat with your whale unit with my free to play unit who has a crazy build, right? I think that dynamic is something that's been missing from FEH for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big way to capitalize on the community while doing it in a business mindset and making money off of it. Now, are they that smart to think of that? I don't know, but like, I'm just saying, like, hey, you can steal this idea, do it, like, please.
I mean, we've had glimmers of that with certain limited hero battles, like the Black Knight limited hero battles. The Needhogger Larather one was one that got a lot of, I guess, engagement.
Sure. Yeah.
At least when I streamed it.
Right.
Obviously, what was missing is that the whales couldn't show off their constellations or things like that.
Right.
So it didn't actually do IS any business favors, but in this hypothetical mode and the constellation system you're thinking about, that is one effective way that, that could be monetized, I guess.
That actually is something that I have enjoyed through this past years. We have seen the rise of the PvE clears again. And I'm not saying they're a major part of the game, but I have enjoyed them popping back up. And that's, I remember, do you remember Legion's battle and how hard that was the first time you saw it?
Yes.
I like that. I like for those things to be difficult. So that's.
I remember when Narcian battle was hard. Remember that? You didn't have a flying unit? That map was so hard.
Yeah. I mean, this is the difficult PvE we want, right? Or at least in the spirit of. The problem is that we don't have any, and the ones we do have, we get comments about how like Grand Conquest is so hard to auto battle now. The game sucks. I saw on Reddit that one post.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No. That's the problem too. Is like there's a very big difference in the voice of the community, right? Like you do a survey and everyone's like, I want more auto battle content, and then you're like, okay, well, that's not gonna help.
I mean, auto affinity battles is the most engaged mode in FEH.
No, stop!
So all those posts.
Stop.
Even you sent a post to me.
It's Tempest
Even
trial.
you sent a post.
I did. You're right. I did. It was funny though, but like I don't know. I feel like that's not like that's like eating junk food though to me. Like we've been eating junk food for 4 years. We need a real like something we can actually like chew into.
Yeah. You're exactly right. I've been hearing so many complaints about Roker Sieges this time around because the bosses aren't strong enough. And on the one hand, I agree with them, but on the other, the problem is that we just don't have something bigger to sink our teeth into.
Yes.
Like Roker Sieges on its own is just fine. I think it's hilarious to grab, I've got a team of all Shirenas. Well, 3 Shirenas and a Plumeria. But and that's hilarious to one round a Roker with all Shirenas. That's ridiculous. That's fun to me. But the fact that we don't have anything bigger and better right now is what really drags it down. And so you start picking on poor Roker Sieges when really the issue is that we just don't have anything.
Yeah.
4 years. 4 years. That's so long.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully in Book 10, we get that huge PvE mode that we've been talking about for, I think, 43 installments now. So There's one other thing, and I kind of wanted to touch on this because it hadn't occurred to me till I was talking with the Shadow, and he was doing a whole lot of research for that last episode. But we were going through the quality of life changes.
Yeah.
And I don't remember them being so lackluster. Like they really weren't great this year. Like the big one was Hall of Forms, and I mean, given I did think that was fun and it allows you to build more formas. But that's it? I was, we needed more. They almost always give us some kind of summoning tweak. And honestly, they've been pretty good about making those fun. This year we had nothing on that front. And yeah, I was shocked that they didn't do more for us in that realm.
I think they were like leaning more into Hall of Forms because they realized people spend money on Forma packs to get them. So they were trying to enhance that experience, which is why we saw all those quality of life changes for Hall of Forms and also higher value units like old legendaries and mythics. So I think that was sort of where their focus was in terms of quality of life, as opposed to like easing summoning, because they figured, I guess, they could sell more formal packs that way.
I mean, honestly, that's smart, and I think that they should do that. But like, you should also fix summoning too.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. Is in a vacuum, that's not bad. And I mean, I love holoforms. I think it is absolutely fantastic to take these older units and be able to deck them out with the latest and greatest skills. That is a lot of fun. But that, again, we need something we can sink our teeth into, and it's not holoforms.
I think they can make, like, I've theory crafted a new holoforms game mode, and I think that could be really successful if they sold like Form of Souls like just standard in the store for a price. I think that is like a good way to make money without having to push more power creep to make money. But aside from that, I think like if they're going to capitalize on the Fortune's Weave thing, I think one of the biggest things they have to change, like the biggest quality of life they have to fix, is the summoning pool. Like, yes, like they do purge the 5 stars, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you for doing that every year, like really. But you need to purge 3 and 4 stars. Like, you need to purge them. You need to make it so that there's a free-to-play summoning pool. You need to do that. I'm sorry, that just needs to happen. It needs to be full of bad units. That's completely fine, right? You could put old 4 or 5 stars in there. That's completely fine too. But the thing with doing that is like it fixes so many things. Not only does it fix the base summoning pool, but it gives you a way to give out rewards that feel really valuable that aren't, right? And that's what you really need. You need a good perception, even if like the actual numbers behind it aren't that good, right? Like, hey, I just gave you 100 free 5 stars, and you're like, what? That's crazy. And then you go to a new player goes in and they summon 100 free 5 stars, and they're all from book 1 and 2. But you know, it feels good. Like, it doesn't matter that they're not really that valuable. The fact that you got a plus 10, I don't know, Ephraim from free pools, and he's your favorite character, that feels good, and it doesn't really cost them any money. Like,
or the fact that another person plus 10's a Bunny Lucina before DTM does.
That's another thing too.
Look, I guess on copium that Spring Lucina will be in this free-to-play pool or whatever you've been talking about, which is why I haven't summoned her yet.
That's another thing. They gotta fix the seasonal summons too. I feel like seasonal summons are such a easy win to give out because people still love them, right? Because it's just costumes. And so if you made, because like right now you can only get the seasonal 4-star special rate while summoning on seasonal banners.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
It's so bad. Like, it's so actually terrible. They need to make it so that on any seasonal banner, they replace the normal 4-star special rate with seasonal 4-star special rates. And so they feel different, and you're getting cool stuff. And there also need to be a free summoning pool where you can just get Gen 1, Gen 2 free seasonals from like saving currency or something, right? Yeah. It's like a really easy reward you can give out in a new game mode that doesn't have any value that's gonna make you lose money as a company, but makes everyone really happy. Like, it's a double win essentially, right? Like, I think that's a big one. And the one that me and Satoshi talk about all the time: put a new summoning animation in. It's been almost 10 years. Put in a new summoning animation. We are tired of seeing the rock fart. Put in something new. Like, it makes it so much more exciting to summon, right? If you could do a summon and you see the freaking rainbows shooting off and lasers, people are gonna be more excited to summon than seeing a rock fart on people. Like, just like, come on. Like, it's the easiest change ever. Like,
I'm still so surprised they don't have a separate animation for 5-star pulls, because like
exactly.
Like, tying that to 4 and 5 stars just like, it's super weird, and like it doesn't make you anticipating anything when you see the smoke. So having like a rainbow or whatever, just anything, I think would go a long way. Like, I know it's not economical to make those like animations anymore, like they used to, but you know, just a little thing would have been nice.
I mean, compare Genshin summoning to face summoning, right? You face summon, you see smoke, you have no idea what you're getting. It just, it's a 5-star, awesome, I'm happy. Genshin, the second you see that little star turn gold, everyone's screaming, oh my god, it's happening. Like, it's the moment. And then you're clicking through the 10 pool, waiting for the 5-star to pull up. There's anticipation building up, right? Like, it's a mental trick, really it is. But it's very effective, right? So like, why not take advantage of that and use that? And I think, like I'm saying, I think Fortune's Weave is your big moment. This is your big chance to really turn the game around in a big way, because I know people will hate this, me saying this, but it's 3 houses adjacent. And 3 houses is the most popular Fire Emblem that's currently exists. It has an already established fan base. All those people will come and try out, not all of them, but a lot of them will come out and try Fae. And a lot of people who quit Fae but might be more interested just to get those characters again, especially if you got free stuff. So like fixing summoning is one of the most core things they need to do, because the entire game revolves around summoning.
Yes.
Unfortunately, right? The whole game does. And I think the second thing they have to fix is skill accessibility. Like, we have better stuff than we used to. We have manuals that we get monthly, and we get the yearly manuals as well. But that's just not enough. They need to make it so that starting in book 10, every 4-star demote we get has an actually valuable skill. Give us give us a tier 4 skill. We don't have Deathblow 4 in the free summoning pool. Deathblow 4 is trash. Like, it's actually a trash skill. But it would be at least a sign of them trying to, like, hey, look, we're putting in effort now. Here, have attack speed solo 4. Is that a good skill? No. But it's something, you know what I mean? Like,
you know what else I'm going to put out there? I would love to see the codes refreshed twice a year. With how fast skills are moving, I think that would actually increase their profits as opposed to take away, because you get that little thing and you go, oh well, I need the base fodder for this, and then I want this on 2 units, and I think that would whet the appetite for a lot of people, and I think it would be fun to have some of that stuff on other units of ours.
I'd also just get out more of them, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
like, I think I've said this before about the mode I designed, but like the idea of having a brigade game mode, as much as I had a D-tip, something like that idea. The idea though that like you could have characters and you could build them very quickly, and then have a way to get some of that stuff for free to play, right? Like that, it incentivizes you to keep building characters, right? It's a self-fulfilling loop of like, oh, I got this new character. Oh, I can get this stuff from if I'm playing this game mode. Oh, now I can build this character. Oh, there's another new character. Like, right? That loop is good for profits. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't want to do that, essentially. And I don't think Fae does that very effectively at the moment. I think, like, the fact that we still don't have Quick Repose 3 on a 4-star is embarrassing.
Yeah.
There's no other word for it but embarrassing. Like, it's so bad. Like, Attack Speed Finish 3 should be just available, right? People should be able to get that.
Yeah. We need the pre-inherits to, like, be more widely available so that we can do these chains that make people feel super satisfied that they're smart, and like make them like spend these resources. So yeah, I
think that's also a big part about like emptying out that 3 to 4-star pool. One of the big things, right, is if you could start putting in 4-stars that have those pre-inherits, it makes summoning 4-stars actually exciting again. I remember year 1, year 2 Fae, you would get excited when you saw Hinata. Oh my god, I just got Fury fodder. Oh, I can go build this, right? Like that was actually exciting at one point in the game. It's not now, but like at that one point. So like if you could re-establish that by putting in things like Attack Speed Finish, Potent 3, stuff like that, right? That makes even summoning 4-stars exciting. And as a gacha game and as a business, that is your core money. That is how you make money. You need to do that well, and Fae just doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things before Fortune Weaves that Fae needs to do for book 10. But I don't know, maybe this is me on cope, but I am optimistic. Book 10 is like a milestone, obviously, and they seem to be setting up something. So hopefully they will be able to actually pull through with it. Hopefully.
If we come back with a banner reaction and you see us all with like the Furry Shadows banner thumbnail, you know what it is.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for that in like, what, a week or something? Probably like 5 days. I actually don't know when it is.
It's Wednesday, actually.
Wednesday, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before Thanksgiving, I see.
Yeah.
All right. That'll be interesting. I'll need to figure that out, yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, is there any final thoughts on Book 9 Retrospective and Book 10 Speculations before we end it off? We talked a lot about that, which was really, really great, but just wondering if there's anything else. Yeah, definitely.
I would love them to, this is really copium, but I would love them to, like, in Book 10, combined Ascended, Entwined, and, like, AIDS heroes, and just make it so that it's like one type of hero, so we can get more attuned and rearmed. Because I think those are like the attuned and rearmed are the actually fun ones to pull, right? Like they're fun for like building characters. and and high value, right? Because you could do fodder banks. So I would love to see that. I don't think they'll ever do that, but like the fact that we didn't talk about this. The fact that they baited us with the florets being in the shop and they're not in the shop.
Oh my god.
That was like, that made me so mad. They baited us so hard. So I think if they could do that, at least I'll forgive them, because then we're getting like 3 like kind of resources from one character. That'd be nice. I don't expect them to do that, but I think that would be a great way to like combine and make slots more valuable in banners again.
Definitely.
Or just make all of those available in the shop.
Yes.
I mean, one every 3 months is good. It's
Nothing.
fine. Really.
It's literally nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Florets. When was the last time they did an Ascendant hero? I can't even remember when the last one was.
No. I actually don't remember.
But yeah.
Let me see. Can we search that?
You can.
Let me check.
It was
That'll be the
Amelia.
last thing.
Amelia last year.
Really?
Wow.
Amelia?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
Oh.
That's like far back.
Yep.
All right.
Oh man.
I guess that's the last thing we have today. Some little knowledge for you all to share at friends' parties, I guess. But yeah, lots of speculations on Book 10. Hopefully they'll be able to stick the landing with the Book 9 setup that they have. Thank you to, as always, we're approaching like, I want to say 4 years plus or something like that, doing these State of FEH. Maybe not 4 years, maybe 3+ years, but yeah, it's been a long time. So hopefully we can continue doing these for a lot longer, and hopefully all the stuff we mentioned, especially you, Oblivion, all the stuff you mentioned happens. So we'll be in another golden time for Fae. We'll see. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Let us know down in the comments what you're most excited for Book 10 and what you enjoyed the most or didn't enjoy the most in Book 9. And yeah, hope you all have an amazing rest of the day and see you all next time. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.